Hey guys, so WWE Battleground 2017 happened tonight. On paper, it looked like it could be a pretty good show, possibly even surpass Battleground 2016, which I thought was one of the best pay-per-views of last year. So how did it perform overall? Let's dive right into it. First match on the show was on the kickoff show. It was Aiden English taking on Ty Dillinger. This was a fun match, solid action in the ring. Dillinger looked resilient throughout, and I thought he would pick up this one for sure. But to my surprise, Aiden English, the newly born drama king, picked up the win here, and it was shocking to me. I thought for sure Dillinger would have won, but I guess this is going to be a feud, a long-running feud between the two of them. And just as long as it gets Dillinger more time on TV, I'm perfectly fine with that. He has been criminally misused since being called up from NXT, so it kind of makes you wonder why they even called him up anyway. It hardly seems like he's being used on television, but if this feud with Aiden English gets him more TV time, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think the rest of the wrestling fans who watch WWE would be fine with that as well, because he got a very good reaction despite hardly being seen and hardly being used on SmackDown. The first official match on the card, the official pay-per-view, was the New Day taking on the Usos for the for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And this was the match of the night. By far the best match on the card. Both of these teams delivered lots of great action, lots of cool spots. And perhaps the biggest star of the match was Xavier Woods. He looked resilient, and he was hitting great looking moves. He was going for his where he walks the top rope and then jumps off to his springboard elbow drop. There was a sweet super kick spot where one of the Usos drilled him in the face, and he was able to kick out. He kept kicking out pretty much everything the Usos were throwing his way, and he was by far the biggest star of the match. In fact, he even picked up the win for the New Day to secure them the Tag Team Championship. So great match. Set the bar really high that unfortunately the rest of the card could not live up to. And as I said, these two teams stole the show, and they have a great chemistry in the ring. So I'd like to see this rivalry continue for the tag team titles, because these are by far the top two teams in the SmackDown tag team division right now. I'd put Breezango probably close to the top, but not quite there yet. They're still kind of a comedy act once they actually put that comedy or get that same ring work that they put in their comedy work in the ring, or given an opportunity to at least show it more. I would definitely think that would be up there at the New Day and the Usos. But for now, New Day New Day wins the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships over the Usos, and I think this feud will continue through SummerSlam. After that, it was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. It was an okay match, nothing too special. Especially coming after that New Day Uso match. This was that was a tough spot for these guys to follow, and they could not live up to what the New Day and the Usos did. Just an okay match overall. I did not like the end. Baron Corbin hit a low blow on Nakamura, so Nakamura wins via disqualification. So it looks like this feud is going to continue as well, because there really was no clear-cut winner, and Shinsuke Nakamura has yet to get his full-on revenge on Baron Corbin for taking him out at Money in the Bank. So yeah, Nakamura gets the win via disqualification because of a Baron Corbin low blow. After that, it was the Fatal 5-Way Elimination match to determine the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Champion at SummerSlam. It was Becky Lynch taking on Lana, taking on Charlotte, taking on Tamina, taking on Natalya. A couple big stories in this match was that Tamina and Lana seem to have an alliance growing here. Throughout the match, Tamina kept saving Lana when Lana looked like she was about to be eliminated. Eventually, Becky Lynch eliminated Tamina, and then she was able to eliminate Lana. But whenever Lana was in trouble, Tamina was always there to save the day for some reason. So this could be a brewing storyline going forward for the SmackDown Women's division. In the end, though, Natalya got the win here. I like it. I thought for sure it was going to be Becky Lynch or Charlotte, but Natalya getting the win, I'm fine with that. She is a great in-ring worker, a little lacking in the mic department, but when it comes to in-ring work, she is one of the best in the women's division, and giving her a big stage like SummerSlam to showcase her work with the very athletic Naomi could do wonders for the SmackDown Women's division. So Natalya gets the win and will challenge Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. And who knows, Carmella and that Money in the Bank briefcase may be lurking around in the background. So maybe Natalya could get the win, or Naomi could retain, and then Carmella could come running down and cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam. The next match on the card was the United States Championship. Kevin Owens taking on AJ Styles. And I thought this match was going to be really, really good, possibly even better than a tag team match. Unfortunately, it did not live up to the hype in my opinion. I thought their first match they had, I want to say at Backlash, was better than what we saw tonight. It just really never got in that second gear. And there was a weird spot that kind of seemed unnecessary where Owens threw Styles into the referee. And it looked like Styles had Owens in the calf crusher. It looked like Owens was going to tap out and the ref wouldn't see it because he was down, but he didn't. It was kind of reversed holds back and forth, and then Owens ended up reversing I think a crossface that Styles had on him into a pin, and the ref counted 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Kevin Owens regains the United States Championship. Not a great match, just a good match. Could have been a lot better in my opinion. Hopefully they, looks like they're going to continue this feud at least to SummerSlam, so hopefully they can beat what they did tonight at SummerSlam, because just tonight's match, it never really got to that second gear, as I said. But Kevin Owens regains the United States Championship. Next match on the card was the flag match, John Cena versus Rusev, and this one had a new rule. Usually for a flag match, all you gotta do is grab the flag and you're the winner. But this time you had to get the flag off the pole, hanging off the turnbuckle, and you actually had to bring it up to the entrance ramp and put it in a stand. And that was a new twist on the traditional flag match, and I liked it. It kind of added a new dimension and gave the wrestlers an excuse to go and battle outside the ring, which is always fun to watch. And it was a good match. Had a cool spot with Cena climbing up his little flag stand and delivering an FU to Rusev through 2 tables and onto the LED entrance ramp. There was also a cool spot where Rusev had Cena in the Accolade in between the 2 flag stands. So it was just a really cool shot to see Rusev doing that. But Cena got the win here. After he delivered the FU to Rusev through the 2 tables, he grabbed the United States flag and proudly slammed it into the holder. So Cena wins. No big surprise here. I also would have been shocked if Rusev won. I would like to see Rusev win, but I don't think that's going to happen. I thought Cena would for sure win, and then I think he's going to go on and face Jinder Mahal for the WWE title at SummerSlam. And that brings us to the next match. There was a match in between this match and the Punjabi Prison match. It was Mike Bennett versus Sami Zayn. I do not like this Mike Bennett gimmick at all. He's whipped with Maria, and I just don't like it. They kind of remind me of a lesser version or a smaller version of what the Miz and Maurice are. Mike Bennett even has a similar haircut. And this feud of Sami Zayn, Zayn's been booked and portrayed as a nerd as of late, so he's kind of losing his credibility. I like the guy, but his character just needs some major work. But he did pick up the win today over Mike Bennett, and I don't know what happened with SmackDown recently. They used to make minor characters great, and it just feels like they don't know how to handle Zayn, they don't know how to handle Mike Bennett. I think this gimmick with Bennett is really stupid. But Sami Zayn got the win over Mike Bennett. I don't think this rivalry is over. I could definitely see it being on like the SummerSlam kickoff show, continuation of this feud between them. So yeah, Sami Zayn gets the win over Mike Bennett tonight. But I would definitely think at SummerSlam kickoff, Mike Bennett's going to regain a win over Sami Zayn. And then the next match, the main event, the Punjabi Prison match between Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Fun match. This was the first Punjabi Prison match in 10 years. Only the 3rd one in history. I think the first one was Undertaker Big Show. Second one was Batista versus Great Khali. And then, of course, tonight we had Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. Some cool spots. Jinder Mahal going bananas on Randy Orton with the kendo stick, and then Randy Orton returning the favor on both the Bollywood boys who got involved in the match and on Mahal himself. And Orton actually had some welts on his back. His arm was bleeding. Looked like the kendo stick actually cut his arm. And then there was a cool spot where Orton's trying to climb out of the cage, the second cage, and one of the Bollywood boys actually small enough to squeeze through one of the openings and climb up the other side. And then him and Orton were battling it out on top of the cage, and Orton just delivers a right hand and causes the Bollywood boy, I forget which one it was, falls off the top of the second cage through the announce table. Really cool looking spot. That was the highlight of the match for me, at least. And it looked like Orton was gonna regain the title. He was climbing up over the cage, but then Mahal's music hits for some reason. And out comes the Great Khali. I did not expect to see Great Khali back in WWE ever again. with WWE kind of going towards that more athletic pace. Khali's in-ring style, if you could even call it that, was just kind of slow and plodding. Good character though. I like his character worked well. His in-ring ability is kind of terrible, but his character as just being this big monster could work well when paired up with Jinder Mahal. So he ends up coming out to the ring and prevents Orton from climbing out the top of the cage. He ends up shaking it, causing Orton to drop a little, and then Khali just ends up kind of like choking Orton on the cage while Mahal is able to climb up and over. So it looks like the Great Khali is back, aligning himself with Jinder Mahal, which is a nice touch. I believe this is how Jinder Mahal is introduced into WWE in 2011. When he first appeared on SmackDown, he was involved in a program with the Great Khali. So it's kind of nice to see it come back full circle. Mahal is now the WWE champion. He's got the Bollywood Boys. He's got the Great Khali. And I like how this could kind of be like, kind of like a JBL in the cabinet thing from 2005, or I wouldn't say Evolution, but just you have the champion Mahal surrounding himself with the Bollywood Boys and the Great Khali, kind of his henchmen to do his bidding. I don't think Orton's going to get involved in a feud with the Great Khali. At least I hope not, because I really do not want to see a Great Khali match. I just like to see Khali as kind of like a tall, monstrous bodyguard for Mahal. I mean, as long as that happens, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to see another Great Khali slow match. But yeah, so big story tonight. Mahal retains the title, and the Great Khali is back and appeared to have aligned himself with Jinder Mahal. So how would I rate Battleground 2017 overall? Kind of average. Tag Team Championship match was fantastic, and the spot with one of the Bollywood Boys on the top of the cage being announced table in the Punjabi prison match was fun. But other than that, if you didn't watch it, you didn't really miss a whole lot. As I said, the tag team match for the tag team titles was the best match on the card, and that was the first official match on the card. So if you didn't watch it, you didn't miss much. So if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at Cincy Fan Zone. I live tweet during various sporting events and wrestling events. I was live tweeting during tonight's wrestling events. And it's also the easiest and fastest way to get updates on my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. There's a link to my Twitter account and my website in the description below. On my website, I write weekly blog posts for it. Every YouTube video on my channel is over there on my website, and just have a bunch of other content out there, so please feel free to check that out. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.